Hi everybody, it's Az here with AZCast number 2. I'm your host Az, and here to my left or right, it's the flip reverse on the camera. It's my co-host Zerg. How you doing, dude?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Not well. In the grand scale of gaming, this has been a really bizarre week, and
Right.
I think we've got some juicy stuff to talk about today. So, as ever, it's the second podcast, as ever. We're going to start with some news features, and then we've got a couple of articles, things that we want to discuss a little bit more in depth. So, let's kick things off. Fortnite, most popular game on the interwebs at the moment, especially on Twitch, anyway.
Sorry. Could you repeat that name again? I didn't.
Fortnite.
No, it's not ringing any bells.
No.
Sorry. Sorry, continue. I thought I might recognise it.
Just a smidgen of the games. No.
Oh, okay.
So, biggest game on Tinterwebs at the moment in terms of streaming have just started season 4 of their campaign, and which I have yet to try, and I must try before the weekend. Bearing in mind it's Friday today, and so I'll have to do it later today. They've introduced Thanos mode.
Okay. Can you? Sorry, I don't. I've played as far as I've got in Fortnite is the main menu, and then I close it down. I've not been back to it, but I know you play.
Yeah.
You play a little bit. So what is this Thanos mode?
So, whoa. Actually, you've said something which has actually piqued my interest a wee bit. So what is the reason as to why you haven't played Fortnite at all? Because the reason why we ask is there seems to be, or what I'm getting is there seems to be a bit of a conflict between PUBG people and Fortnite people. There seems to be a little bit of a piss war going on between the two. And so I'm just wondering, do you have, like, a preference, or is it neither, or is it just you've never touched Fortnite before?
I've tried both to the point where I've got to their menus and then closed it down. Both of them I've done it too.
Right.
They just. I mean, I'm quite happy to watch people play it, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitch, or any other streaming service. I'm quite happy to watch the odd game or here or there. But I love my stories too much.
Is it the genre? Is it just is it the battle royale genre?
I think it's the genre more than anything. Because as I'm getting older, I'm 117 years old, so they say.
No, wait to get to 170, whatever I am. I don't know. I can't remember.
You just sort of like, I just don't want to deal with like all these salty kids and whatnot. I know that's easily avoidable, but I just don't want them in the equation. Full stop. So give me my God of Wars, give me my Last of Us and things like that, and I'm content.
All right, okay. I'm going to make a deal with you.
Okay.
This coming week,
right,
we're going to play Fortnite together.
Oh, God.
Because you can do duos.
Okay.
So we're going to play Fortnite together, and then next podcast, you're going to tell me what you thought. How's that sound?
Go on, Em. Twist my arm.
Okay, there you go. Right, so we'll do that. Now, Thanos mode, I haven't tried it yet, but from what I can gather, in Thanos mode, you can turn into Thanos in the game. And I think it operates something like the Pinata system. You find the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet, maybe click onto it, shoot it, I don't know, and it turns you into Thanos. And then I think you become like a hunted target. So you have to survive as Thanos. But it sounds like something that I'd really like to try. I always like, it's always nice to have event things.
Right.
You know, in a game, like as a massive Phantasy Star online fan back in the day, and I'd always have the events where you could, do specific stuff, win specific items, get specific looks. Some games still do it. WoW's had the same events for the past 55 years. But as long as they keep I like the fact that this is clearly a promotion with Marvel. And so it's it might return, or they might do more promotions with different things, and you might get different little game modes and whatnot. But I've been playing some season 4, and I've kind of got quite a bit of love for Fortnite back. Even though I'm a PlayStation 4 player and not a PC player.
Oh, who cares what platform you play on?
Well, because you play with both of them merged together. You play against PC players.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no segregation.
Does that also include mobile players as well? Because if I'm right, it's on the mobile, isn't it?
PUBG's on mobile.
Oh, PUBG, right.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was Fortnite as well. Okay.
Yeah. PUBG's on there, but I don't think Fortnite is. But you play with PC players too. So obviously they do have an advantage when it comes to keyboard, mouse, and building and stuff like that. I'm not QQing before anyone's in the comments might be, I ain't QQing. I'm just saying that's a bit of a fact. And I still managed to win a game solo. I won a game in squads as well. So I've had some success. I'm playing free to play, and I got to confess, I feel a little bit scummy. I feel like I should really fork out the £7, whatever it is, for the gold pass, which gets you a lot of items and stuff. Because I am enjoying stuff, and if I'm enjoying stuff, I kind of feel duty bound that I'm playing for free. Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun. Yeah. I just have to pay £7, and I can get a load of rewards, load of costumes, and I'm showing them that I appreciate the.
I'm glad you said that actually, because as you know, I play a couple of mobile games and I play free to play, kinda. I do buy the odd packs here and there because I want to support the devs because I enjoy it that much. I don't see a problem with that.
No.
If you enjoy something enough to want to support the devs, you can do it either through your microtransactions or through merchandise and whatnot. And sometimes merchandise isn't always a road to go down. So buying packs or passes, things like that, is the next best thing. Not saying that I like that kind of model, but it's the best way to support the devs.
If it's a free-to-play model, okay, because you can make a decision on whether or not you feel it's worth it. And you can make a decision. Like, for instance, I used to play, and I really got to get back into it. Used to play a lot of Smite. Love me Smite. Free-to-play game. I buy crates every now and again to get costumes and stuff. Because it's a free-to-play game, and I am not contributing otherwise. And it was a really, really enjoyable experience. So with Fortnite, I haven't bought Fortnite. I didn't buy it with the zombie mode before they decided to go down the Battle Royale route, and, all expectations blew out the window with that game. And so I feel for the enjoyment that I get out of it, and the fact that I am playing as a scummy silver player as opposed to a gold player. I should probably put my hand in my pocket. But that's just...
that's fair. If that's how you feel, that's your way of supporting the devs, rather than buying the full game, the single player, then why not?
It's when we get into games where you pay for it, you pay a subscription fee. I'm looking at certain games. And then also have crash shops. Yeah. And I ain't talking about the one before anyone thinks I'm just being shitty to one. I'm talking about multiple ones here. But when it's a free-to-play game and it's a genuinely good product, I ain't got a problem. Yeah. Fortnite Season 4 out now. Thanos mode out now. And then next week we'll have a wee chit-chat about how you found it.
Okay.
And, probably just sit back and listen to your bitch.
Sounds like fun. I get to do it to you for once. Usually you bitch to me.
I'd be like, wow, so this is what it's like. Holy shit, man. I gotta change. I
gotta charge by the hour.
Speaking of new stuff, lots of new stuff to discuss today. Pillars of Eternity 2. Wait,
Deadfire, isn't it?
You tell me.
It is called Deadfire.
I
hope I wrote it down right.
well, Pillars of Eternity is a weird one for me. Right. In as much as I think I played it in early access before it was officially released. Am I right here, people? Or did I actually buy the game? I'm not sure. But I played Pillars of Eternity when it very first was announced, or released to be in some form or other played.
Is this 2 or the first
one?
Pillars?
This is the
first
one.
We're talking about one here.
I'm talking about one here, and I don't know how long ago that was, but I think that was in response to the disappointment of Diablo 3 when that first came out.
I can see that.
And how they had the real money auction house, which cocked up all the stuff, and how the and how it was kind of like designed was set up for failure, and I think we because we when I say we, I'm talking about my mates here, my real life friends.
Not me. I'm not his mate.
Not you. Not you. I don't think I'd met you by then anyway.
No.
We were really into wanting to play Diablo 3, and when we started playing it, we were kind of like, and so I think we looked elsewhere, and that's where we got Pillars of Eternity. I do remember rather enjoying it. I don't remember why I stopped playing it. I've only ever heard good things about the product, and Pillars of Eternity 2's just come out, and I'm only hearing good things about Pillars of Eternity 2. So somebody, you've looked into it, you've seen some videos and whatnots about Pillars of Eternity 2. Last week, I was trying to talk you into buying a game.
Right.
How would you sell Pillars of Eternity 2 to me? Or would you, more to the point?
Would I sell it to you? Or would I get you trying to sell it? Probably yes. Yeah. When I looked at it, having in mind, I've not played it myself. I've just looked at other people playing it and whatnot and made my own opinion of it. If you love story, if you absolutely love story and multiple choices, multiple choices as well, you're gonna love it. It's all voice acted.
Oh.
I say all, the majority of it. I'd say 90% is voice acted. There is some segments in there when you open up to make your choices. A book will open up, and then it will give you the scenario, and then you choose your choice. Yeah. That obviously you read yourself, but everything else, when you interact with characters, the storytelling, it's all voice acted from the get-go.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I know I'm fussy when it comes to voice acting, because that's one thing I always pay attention to, because I hate reading. I've tried reading on stream. I tried to read the Witcher books on stream.
This is National Teachers Week. You can't say stuff like that. Reading's good, kids. Reading's good.
I'm just bad at it. So if you want to get my attention in a story-driven game, very heavy story game, the voice acting has to be on par, because I listen to a lot of audiobooks.
No Resident Evil B acting.
So when I was listening to them, it was a mixed bag. Some of them was spot on. This is for Pillars of Eternity 2. Some of the voice acting was absolutely spot on, and some of them were just slightly off. But that's, if you're not too fussed about that, you're gonna enjoy it, because there's the cast they've got for it. I don't think I actually heard one person do two different voices. Every voice was different and unique. So
Oblivion, the same people did the voices throughout. There's probably about 5 people in all of Oblivion, but they all did the same. They all did different characters.
But I say, if those of you who aren't sure who made Pillars of Eternity, it's Obsidian, and they did Fallout New Vegas, Stick of Truth, Star Wars, The Old Republic, and
I'm
all
a massive fan of Fallout New Vegas, dude. I loved it. I loved it potentially more than Fallout 3, and I love Fallout 3. New Vegas really kind of like struck a chord with me. Really struck a chord with me.
So yeah, if you like those games, you're going to enjoy this an awful lot. I did get a very big vibe from the art style of it. Have you played that? I can't remember its name for the love of me. I've not even written it down. It's the free Diablo 3 clone. It's like Diablo 3, but it's free to play on Steam. Oh my god, I can't remember what hell its name is.
I'm giving blank face at you, dude.
Yeah, bear with me. I'm going to find out, because I need to find out what it is. Because
bear in mind probably that when I hear the word clone and game, I sort of switch off.
Path of Exiles. I've not even loaded up Steam, and I've just gone Path of Exiles. Right. Yeah, if you like Path of Exiles,
I think it was Path of Exiles that I played, not Pillars of Eternity.
They look very similar, don't they?
I think it was Path of Exiles that I played.
I like Path of Exiles. That is a really grittier version of Diablo 3.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah, I did. And to be honest, Pillars of Eternity 2 looked, the art style of very, very close to the point where, although it's not a game that I would personally play, because it is very very heavy on the lore. You got to pay attention to everything. I get distracted very easy. So it's not something I could personally play. Nice.
I know it's reversed if you're looking at this on video, but if you just listen to audio, I just put up a Warhammer book.
But if you love your lore and you love that kind of gritty art style, you're gonna fall in love with this.
I think I might give it a little look.
So here's a few cons though that I did notice. That the intro, this was on a few videos that I watched, and I happened to notice it, and even the people that were doing it picked up on it as well. That the prologue isn't very well optimized.
Right.
That was on release. Don't know what it's like now, but it only seems to be happening on Ryzen chips.
I don't have a Ryzen chip.
Yeah, so if you're on an Intel chip, you should be okay.
I'm on an Intel chip, so yeah, I'll be okay with that. Any more?
That was the only one I could think of, to be honest. That actually sort of like, that could be helpful to people who are on Ryzen chips.
Okay. Well, let's keep the theme going of new stuff. This is a game that you probably haven't heard of before.
Go on.
This is called, they're called Destiny 2? Destiny 2. It's called Destiny 2. It came out and was a massive clusterfuck of shit. I think is the polite way of putting it. Yeah, so Destiny 2's second DLC, Warmind. Warmind has dropped. I gotta be honest with him, right? I'm mad at myself for buying Destiny 2. I am legit mad at myself. My friends are mad at themselves. Because when I played the beta, I realised that this game was exactly the same as Destiny 1. In terms of gameplay, there was no progression. And they did a very suspicious job of hiding what the game was. And I was kind of like, what are they worried about? You know, what are they kind of nervous about? And then when the game released, it was quite apparent why. Why they were nervous of showing it off. It was an egregious piece of crap, which really just tried to get people to go to Eververse with just monotonous, grindy content. I don't want to say gameplay because I think Destiny has the best shooter mechanics of any game out there by a country mile. I think the shooting mechanics, the physical gameplay of Destiny is fantastic. But the grindy, repetitive content was mind-numbingly crap. And I just paid £40, £45 for the game, and it's immediately going, hey, let's go to Eververse, buy some silver. Fuck off. Fuck right off. So I was really mad with myself for purchasing Destiny 2 because I got exactly... Well, I was going to say I got exactly what I thought I was going to get. I actually got less than what I thought I was going to get because it was...
A lot less.
A lot less. And, yeah, if in the first couple of days I could have got a refund, I probably would have done.
I wouldn't blame you.
I really probably would have done. Now, the first DLC dropped back in November, December. Literally,
I want to say November.
Okay. So well, either November to December, either either. But put it this way, it came out like 2 months after the release of the game, and they tried to section off people from content because you had to have the expansion now to play the content which you'd already paid for.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously there was a big furore and uproar about that, and that got changed and altered. So people who actually bought the game could play what they paid for. Isn't that nice? And then, of course, most of the items for the first expansion were stuck on the Eververse store. So again, it was just pointing people towards the Eververse. So this was just one egregious piece of crap. People left it in droves. All the big Destiny players left. It plummeted. Its player base absolutely plummeted to next to nothing. And, yeah, all kind of like trust, faith, whatever in Destiny. And then other things came out. They were fudging the experience gains and not telling people. You know, Bungie were just getting caught doing all sorts of egregious crap. And they only ever said anything once they'd been caught. You know, they wouldn't have ever admitted to it if nobody had found out. So, HiveMind came out on Tuesday, I believe.
Warmind.
Warmind, sorry, I said Hivemind, yeah, sorry. Warmind came out on Tuesday. I have, and bearing in mind that I am involved in the gaming industry in as much as I've got my ear to the ground, you know, the way that I follow gaming news, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Just have to, if you see the video, you have to see behind me to kind of see what's going on back there. And I've heard barely jack shit about Warmind. I've not heard much hype. I've not heard much promotion about it. I've not heard much feedback in terms of what it's actually like from, you know, review sites or stuff like that, or players. I have seen that it's obviously it's pushed Destiny back up on Twitch this week. I know this is a bit of a big intro, but considering you have played it, I ain't touching Destiny again. Fuck off. unless I hear something massively drastic. As somebody who's played Warmind, I believe you finished the campaign.
I did.
What would you say about it in terms of how it compares to baseline Destiny and Curse of Osiris? What would you say about it in terms of longevity? And also, what would you say about it in terms of, is it any good? Zerg, it's over to you.
Again. Right, okay. So, I've literally a couple of hours ago just finished the main campaign of it. First of all, it is longer than Curse for Osiris. Curse for Osiris, I finished in an hour and a half.
Jesus Christ.
This one took me just under 4 hours.
Oh.
Having in mind, I wasn't alone. I had someone with me who had already played it on a console, so they were running me through it.
Can I ask you a question? Is Hivemind, Warmind, is Warmind the second DLC if you bought the collector's edition?
Yes.
Okay. How much does it cost if you didn't?
I believe it's about 15, maybe £18.
That's half a game.
Yeah.
Or, you know, let's say four tenths of a game, let's say. Okay, carry on.
Did I enjoy the campaign? Yes. Was there much to it? No. Curse for Osiris had you running around like a headless chicken, doing loads of little missions. Warmind are long missions, but now correct me if I'm wrong. Curse for Osiris never gated any of its story behind a level. No,
but you obviously had to have Curse of Osiris to do the story.
Yeah, but if you remember rightly, during the main story of Destiny 2, there was a point when you were level 12 and you couldn't carry on until you hit level 18.
I don't know, because I think I just went through it all.
You were able to keep the level curve up.
Yeah, I think I was jumping in and out of PvP and stuff like that, and able to keep the
Yeah, well,
I think there was one point where it said I need to be level 13 maybe to continue something, and I was level 12.
Yeah, so you had to go off and grind some levels or go do a side mission or something to continue with the main story. Warmind does that as well, because because they've raised the level cap from 30 to 35. No, it's not. Sorry, it's 25 to 30.
25
my bad.
To 30,
yeah. So by the time we'd done the first mission, I think I was 26, just on 27 margin. But I couldn't do the other bit of the story because I had to go off and grind the other level, go off and do the events or whatever was around to get my level up. So what we did is we left Mars. It's Mars. So much I paid attention. It's Mars. Red planet Mars, right? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Shush. And we went back to one of the older planets to do one of the flashpoints.
Right.
Because it was the quickest way of getting the XP to carry on the main story. And then we carried on. So I feel without that, we probably could have taken 45 minutes off of doing that not doing that flashpoint to level up. So in total, you're probably looking at maybe a 3 3 hour story back to back to back if you can do it that way. It was okay. It's not. Not really isn't, to be honest. If I had have dropped, say, let's say 15, 18 pounds, whatever it is in your local region, I probably would be pretty annoyed at that.
What about in terms of, because obviously, you can't probably have a 50-hour story. Okay. Oh, no, you can. Witcher 3. Right, and that's just, expansion. What about in terms of replayability? I think there was an additional strike put in. Is there anything else?
There is additional strikes. They have brought back some weapons from Destiny 1. So do you remember the sleeper stimulant?
Sorry, just the face on me when you said that.
I saw it. I was looking at you. Yeah, if you're a fan of the sleeper stimulant from Destiny 1,
well, it just annoys me so much that Destiny 1, the reason why you're losing all your stuff in Destiny 2 is because it's a completely new chapter, blah, 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 blah. And they've just spent the whole of the fucking time in Destiny 2 reintroducing Destiny 1 stuff.
Do you want to know the kicker?
Fuck off. Go on.
Mars feels like the Dreadnought.
From Taken King?
Yep. It's a planet full of the Dreadnought stuff. So you've got Escalation Point.
Yeah.
Which is the whole map gets involved with it. So if you've got a full map of 16, 18 people, whatever it is, you can all join in and get together and do waves of enemies, then take down the boss. Borderborix, anyone?
I saw Gothalion.
Gothalion.
I saw him doing that earlier, I think.
Yeah. Don't be wrong, because it's wave-based, it's horde mode for the whole map.
Yeah, it's horde mode.
Yeah. So the longer you go, the better the rewards. So it's slightly an improvement on the Court of Oryx used to be, because that was basically you summon in.
I quite like that.
Take the boss down.
We did that
like
together.
Court of Oryx.
I think
we did a lot of that together.
We did that together. Yeah, I quite like Court of Oryx.
The fact that there are no new enemies as well. There's just Hive everywhere. Hive and Cabal everywhere.
Reuse mobs. Nothing new.
Yeah, but they call these Hive. I mean, they're very clever with this one. Frozen Hive.
Oh, fuck me. They're brilliant.
Yeah, no, it's just mind blown. I would have never thought that myself.
I'm just trying to look for something that looks like a fucking Oscar here. There you go. Bungie, I'm awarding you with the water bottle of shit.
So it just feels like you're on a planet that is the Dreadnought, pretty much. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Dreadnought. I spent a lot of time on this.
Well, the Taken King was the best part about Destiny 1, by
that's it. This is what it feels like. They've taken the best part of Destiny 1 and given us a whole planet full of it. Just expanded upon it.
That sounds fun to me.
It's, don't get me wrong, it is. I like it. But it's not going to be for everyone's because they're still left out the main component from Destiny 1, which was the grind to get in the best.
Oh, to get stuff because everything's still on Eververse.
Well, not just that. If you got two same weapons, they could have different stats on them in D1.
Yes.
That's not in D2. They still haven't incorporated that.
Yeah, everything's exactly the fucking same.
Yeah. That's still my gripe with it. That's what I loved about D1. I love the weapons.
Well, that's it. You got one weapon. That's it.
Yeah. That's exactly because I was watching Gothalion just a minute ago with Broman and whatnot, and it's exactly what they just said. That once you do the escalation point and you get the weapons for it, there's no point in doing it. Yeah,
it's so stupid.
There's no the grind's there for it because you're not guaranteed the weapon, but once you got it, that's it. You don't want to go back and do it again because that's where they've taken that grind out. And if you want a shotgun with explosive rounds on, you're not going to get it because it doesn't exist.
No,
you're stuck with the one that's got basic rounds.
How did Bungie fuck this up so bad? I mean, I'm talking Destiny 2 as a whole.
Yeah.
How did they fuck this up so bad?
Oh, simple. It's simple. They were catering to. Now, don't, if I offend you by saying this word,
casual.
Yes. They've casualized the game so much that you've done a strike, you got the weapon, you don't never go anymore.
They've casualized it as so much as homogenized it. I think
it's both, to be honest.
I don't think streamlining is necessarily a byproduct of the casual player. To me, it just feels lazy.
Well, there is that too.
It feels lazy. It feels like it was simply made to get money. It doesn't feel as if it was made as a genuine bona fide sequel to the product. Because there's no evolution in it. In actual fact, there's devolution in the product.
Well, yes, they've taken away the main component.
The fact that everything points towards Eververse just kind of shows exactly what the motivations are in terms of that. All right, to wrap this Destiny 2 up, because this one went longer than I thought it would.
My apologies. Like,
No,
when I'm passionate about something, I just go.
I think there's a lot to discuss, to be honest with you. Even though
there is. Section. There's so much more that I wanted to mention, but we just don't have the time.
Would you? This is the big question then, Zerg. Would you recommend getting the Warmind expansion?
If you like awesome music, if you like pretty environments, if you're a fan of Rasputin and all that technological side, grab it. You'll enjoy it. There's loads of it there. If you liked D1's Dreadnought, get it. You'll enjoy that. But if you want to play Destiny because you enjoy D1 and expecting the grind to still be there, there is a tiny grind, but just remember, once you finish those events and you get what you want,
like,
that's it.
Loot and variety? And
I can't comment on that. I can't comment on what, because I don't know, because I've only just hit the end of the campaign. I'm still collecting stuff which I collected back at the start of the game when it first came out. So I've not had any new loot. And I finished the main story. Where's my new loot? I can't comment on that until I actually play a bit more and dig.
Fair enough. Final piece of news, even though that feels like it was a discussion point, that was actually a news point. Final bit of news that I want to briefly touch on. World of Warcraft. This is a game you and I have played quite a bit of.
It's taken up a third of my life.
2007, I joined that fucking thing. War mode has... War mode... I'm an old fucking man now, and I feel like I've lost my life. War mode has just been introduced to the game in the beta for Battle for Azeroth. Now, War mode sounds in theory pretty good.
Okay.
Because what it allows is you go to your capital city, you flick on War mode. What that entails is you now engage in world PvP outside. So everybody that you come across will be flagged for combat from the opposition. You won't come across any PvE players. So they can't switch to PvP tag after seeing you and try and attack and stuff like that.
Isn't it just basically PvP servers?
No, because I'm glad you said that. No, because you can be on the same server as your PvE friend. All War mode does is determine how you go out into the outside world. So you can be on the same server as your friend who loves or hates PvP, and you can go out in the world together and choose to either PvE together, or they might be able to persuade you, say, hey, look, you're with me, I like PvP, let's PvP together. And so you can be on the same server as your friends and alternate whether or not you want to go PvE or PvP. I think that's great, personally. Okay. I think it's a great... Because at the minute, although my friends have all fucking left the game, when they were playing the game, they were on a PvP server and I was on a PvE server. I was on a PvE server A because I just wanted the quiet life. I get sick of getting fucking ganked through flying and shit like that. And number two, because I do YouTube, do a lot of videos, I just want to get record without being interrupted and shit.
Yeah.
So there was like different reasons for me wanting to be on PvE, but the big one was just I wanted the quiet life. So they were all stayed on the PvP server. I moved to the PvE server. So yes, we could cross-platform. We could cross-zone, do stuff together, but now we can just be together. If we so desire. Here's the stinger.
Right.
So here's the catch. If you activate War mode during leveling, you will get 15% experience bonus for quests and mobs. The PvE people will not. Once you get to top level, when you do world quests, you will get a 10% additional bonus of the world quest reward. PvE players will not. This, to me, is bollocks. To me, this is Blizzard trying to incentivize people to PvP because they spent a lot of money buying MLG. And because they spent money buying MLG, they are desperate to make WoW PvP an esport. A popular esport. It is an esport at the moment. Is it a popular esport? One would say nicely, not so much. Comparative to other esports out there. So I think this is Blizzard's big effort to try and get more people PvPing, and I think this personally is a crock of massive shit. Thoughts?
My first thoughts on that would be that that extra XP you get from leveling, will that stack with your, let's say, heirlooms?
Well, you don't get heirlooms to start with. You can't use your heirlooms to start with in an expansion. So, from the get-go, from like the release of Battle for Azeroth, no one's going to be able to use heirlooms to go.
Right.
through.
Okay. So this doesn't affect base game then. Like, if you were to re-roll a new character, that's not coming in for that. This is for the new expansion and above.
As far as I'm aware, it's as soon as you can activate War Mode. Now, if War Mode is only available from Battle for Azeroth up, yeah.
Right.
But the simple fact of the matter, but if you can activate War Mode at level 1, level 10, whatever it is,
yeah, I mean,
then that's an additional. But in regards to the leveling procedure, I don't think you can go beyond 50% anymore, regardless of buffs. But
right. Okay.
But I'm talking about Battle for Azeroth here. Because I'm somebody who does not for 1 minute go for the excuse of PvP players have it harder because they've got people attacking them.
That's your choice.
Exactly. Number one, it's your choice, so shut up. And number two, the World of Warcraft forums are full of people QQing about shit. All kinds of shit. One thing you never fucking see on there is somebody QQing about, I'm a PvPer. And a PvE player got to top level before me by an hour and a half. Get out of here. It's something which has never affected the game. No one's given a flying fuck. And now Blizzard are coming in and saying, hey, you flag yourself PvP. Beautiful rewards. 15% additional experience for mobs and quests. 10% bonus when you get to top level. 10% bonus resources, 10% bonus money, 10% professional stuff. You know what I mean? 10% bonus Azerite, which affects your Azerite armor and stuff like that, because it could activate your talents quicker and shit like that. So to me, this is like This is horse fuckery.
Yeah, if I was still playing, now in mind, I've not played since the start of.
Well, I think you dropped out during WOD.
No, because somebody was very kind and brought me the expansion, the Green Fell one. Listen, great description there, isn't it? Someone brought me Legion.
You pretty much summed it up. Did I?
You did, yeah. And you got me a month's thing
lovely.
as well. So he is absolutely lovely chap.
God,
so
dude, I got a reputation to protect as a twat.
Yeah.
So can we just?
Sorry. No, he didn't. He told me to buy it myself and get off my lazy ass and do something.
And I demanded a fee to give you that information as well. You had to pay me to give you that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had to pay. I had to pay Az to buy it for me. But yeah, I got my characters to max level, and then I just stopped because they advertised it being as we've got rid of world quests, and it was just like, hold on a second. Oh, sorry, dailies. They got rid of dailies. Like, no, hold on a second. They're just world quests now. I think that's what they were called, weren't they? World quests. It's like,
yeah, I mean, I had my issues with Legion. I mean, I quit for a year, but I think a lot of it was fallout from WoD. But Legion It wasn't the it wasn't what I hoped it would be in terms of anything new. It did feel like I was just going through the treadmill, and I didn't like that. You know,
Yeah.
I'd come out of the WoD was a horrible experience as a WoW player. You know, everyone can get mad at me for doing critical videos on it, but to me, that's just literally displacing your anger that should be directed at Blizzard. Because a lot of people, regardless of how much they love the expansion, love Blizzard, fucking hate the expansion. And the numbers don't lie. You don't go from 10 million subscribers down to 3.
Hiding how many you have.
3 million. Yeah. Literally stopping telling you how many subs you got, around about 5.5 million, when there's half the expansion left to go, if not more. So, so what the final numbers of WoD were, goodness knows. So, is that your maid? Is she bringing you tea?
Yeah, she brought me tea, yeah.
Does she, with her finger biscuits?
Oh, and hobnobs.
Oh, good girl. So, war mode, like, the practical side of it, great. The incentivization side of it, get out of here. Get out of here.
No, if I was still playing and they did that to me, I would be pretty annoyed. I'd be like, hold on a second.
You feel obliged to do it. Look, because especially right here, let me use this as an example. If you are like a mythic guild and stuff like that, and obviously gear generation and resource generation is very important so you can get your stuff, whatever it may be. Your guildmaster, your whatever, is gonna be telling you to go PvP because you got to get the extra stuff. You got to, or even if you're not a mythic raider, even if you're still a semi-serious raider, and your guildmaster's like, well, we got to get the stuff to do the thing. You got to go PvP, and I don't think that's fair. World of Warcraft is made up of a huge PvE and PvP community. Yeah. And to incentivize one over the other is a joke.
It's not even a funny one either.
No, I ain't laughing. Right. Jesus Christ, 45 minutes and that was just...
We've done it again.
Done it again. Just can't stop fucking yakking.
We like games.
2 conversation pieces that we want to get into today.
Yep.
First one. Right. I just want to, before I start this is going to be about Conan Exiles. Now, before I go into my chat about it, I just want you to know that I am calm and rational right now, okay?
I've got tweets that say otherwise.
I'm calm and rational at this moment in time. So what I say now is not emotional, is not through anger, or anything like that whatsoever. What I say now is,
thought out.
Yeah, thought out and considered.
Right.
Fuck you, Funcom. Fuck you, Conan Exiles. Go fuck yourselves, you fucking pricks. Right. So now that I got that out of the way, now let's get to the fucking emotional, ranty fucking phase of it. Okay. So anyway, I have chugged in 800 hours into Conan Exiles.
No way.
This is in 18 months through early access to release. Okay?
That's still...
It's a hefty amount. But when I was full-time streaming last year, this was my go-to game. This was my big go-to game. And I have experienced the Conan Exiles early access through everything. I've experienced every single solitary aspect of that. I'm not professing to be better than anyone else or anything like that, but I think I can speak from a good position of knowledge when it comes to this game. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
I think there were certain issues with Conan Exiles in regards to how the PvP worked. I didn't think it was conducive to making people want to stay on the game. Because Conan Exiles' biggest selling point is you can summon massive gods to destroy your enemies' bases and stuff. Now, absolutely, in theory, that sounds cool as fuck. It does sound cool. A massive god coming down, raining death on an opponent's base, or coming in, stomping all over it. It sounds great stuff. Problem is, it's not, in the grand scale of things, that difficult to get a god summoned. compared to constructing a huge, beautiful base. And this is the issue with Conan. So people could spend months building these wonderful constructions. Somebody comes along with a god. It's all destroyed. All destroyed in 30 seconds when the god comes in.
I witnessed one of those. When I was looking through some stuff on Conan. I haven't played Conan. I was looking it up on it. And one of the videos I came across was labeled Clan, Trolls, Single player gets revenge. And they did exactly what you just said. This dude went and hid around a rock or something like that, summoned this great big tentacle god, and completely destroyed the place. He leveled it. This was a big base. He leveled it. I was like, oh.
Now, as a person, if I'd put days, weeks, months, whatever, into constructing that, I just have the stuffing knocked out of me. I would be like, why start again?
Yeah. What is the point?
What is the point of me building again when this could just happen, right? Now, on a full PvP server, that unfortunately is the nature of the beast. That is the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
And so, because of the experience that I'd had, I'd like got a clan together, a lot of great people. Lisa, Two-Tone, Sean, Navogia, Gia, who spent a lot of time with us as well. Loads of people who spent money getting the game so they could play with me, and spent hours upon hours helping construct these wonderful bases that we did. Only to have them like smashed down, absolutely annihilated. And it's how can you say, "Come on, everyone, let's start all over again" to people?
You can't.
They can't. They've had we've all had the stuffing knocked out of us. We're all just done. You're absolutely done. So the game just doesn't incentivize you to pick yourself up and try again. So what Conan Exiles did coming into launch? Well, coming into launch, I said to people who had been in the clans with me, I'm just going to go PvE, just so we can build. Because, I don't want our stuff destroyed. I like PvP, but I just can't, if we're going to construct something wonderful, instead of something practical, just to get resource gathering going so you can destroy everyone's shit. We didn't want that. We wanted to build something elaborate. We wanted to build something cool, and just see where it went and all that kind of stuff. So I said, look, if we're going to do that, we're just going to have to go PvE. Which means you can't fight other players, which means you can't, attack their bases or destroy their things. And you're left playing what's in the actual Conan game itself, which is there are some dungeons, there is some decent exploring. But, there's a huge element of danger which is gone because no PvP.
Yeah.
But just before released, Conan Exiles announced PvE conflict servers. And I was literally looking for a PvE server, and one of my clan said to me, do you know about these PvP conflict servers? And I was like, no, tell me about them. And they said, well, PvE conflict servers allow you to build elaborate bases. Players cannot destroy your structures. Cannot damage your structures at all. But between 6 p.m. and midnight, you can engage in player versus player combat.
That sounds fair.
Which sounds great.
Yeah, so you get to keep your buildings. And
you get to keep your buildings. Even if you get killed in the outside world, you're going to lose what's on you. You're going to lose your armor, you're going to lose your weapons, you're going to lose whatever resources you're gathering or whatever it may be. Or you're going to gain them because you did the killing. So it sounded like a really cool compromise. And I had been sort of shouting at Conan for a while about a compromise between the two. Trying to get some sort of compromise between PvE and PvP. Something that wouldn't make people quit. Like if you got killed on a PvE conflict server, you still got all your base. You got all your resources. It's going to take next to no time to get gear back again. So you have an incentive to carry on playing and fighting. So Conan Exiles launches Tuesday, midday Tuesday UK time, and we go on a PvE conflict server. We find the area that we want to go to, we get it. We're very happy indeed. We start resource gathering. We come across a couple of people. We can't fight them. No PvP active yet because we're not in the PvP witching hour or witching 6 hours.
Yep.
We gather resources. We start constructing the base. You know, just bog standard to start with, so we can get all the machines and get everything going. Get the machine going, you know. And then 6 o'clock rolls around. PvP comes active. Then we have the danger element. So we're like, watch out, guys. We're now in PvP mode. If you see somebody, be careful. And that came along. And so, you know, some of us got killed. Some of us didn't get killed. And it was, nobody was complaining. It was all good. You know, somebody who got killed was just like, hey, if you see such and such, I can kill them. You know, they got me, killed them. So we were, you know, making sure we knew who the aggressive people on the server were. And it was great. So we spent, I think I streamed for 9.5 hours that day.
Wow.
And that was just 9.5 hours on Conan. And after I stopped streaming, we continued to build for another 5 or so hours.
Damn, son.
And then in the morning, people, I didn't log on because I wanted to catch up on a bit of sleep. But some of the people for the clan had logged on. They'd been gathering resources. We've been getting lots of stuff together. Lots of stuff was happening. I'd started to extend on the base, blah, blah, blah. I start streaming. I'm streaming for about 2.5, 3 hours. It's around about 4:30 in the afternoon now. We get disconnected. All right. There's probably a server issue.
It happens, yeah.
It's release. Server's back up in 2 minutes. No problem. Okay, cool. Let's log back in. We log back into the game. Suddenly, we realise that we can hurt each other. Because friendly fire is active in PvP. You can hurt your own people.
Right.
Your own clan members. Suddenly we realise we can hurt each other. Then my brother says to me, I looking at the battle matrix site and you can take building damage. And we were like, this whole server is non-building damage. This is PvP conflict. PvE conflict.
Yeah.
So anyway, somebody says, oh God, check Twitter out. So we check Twitter out on the stream. And Funcom, Conan Exiles, in their cowardly wisdom, just tweet out, we've converted all PvE conflict servers to PvP.
What?
To full PvP. And we're like, what? And they were just like, yeah, there's a very high demand for servers, particularly PvP servers, so we've converted all PvE conflict servers to PvP. Have a nice fucking day. Fuck you. Fuck off. Thanks for your money.
You don't take something away. You add to it. Get new servers, you idiots. Sorry. I'll let you finish.
No. You say the right thing. They also put, we are looking to get more servers, and we're bringing up more servers as and when we can. So I start tweeting at Conan nicely. Why don't you just turn the new servers into PvP servers and leave our fucking servers alone? You know, you've wasted our time. We've been playing for, you know, since midday yesterday, so we've been playing for 30 odd hours. We're built up, we've got resources, we've got this, we've got that, we've got the other, and you've just wasted our time. You've made an arbitrary decision to turn all PvE conflict servers into PvP because you want more you say there's higher demand for PvP players, so fuck you. Fuck you, fuck off. You know, fuck you, fuck off. And this is a bigger issue, right? Because for me, the reason why I wanted PvP conflict was I wanted to construct and be creative and not just create a box and put people in and get, you know. And PvE conflict servers also worked very well for people who worked a 9-to-5 job. Because they didn't have to worry about their buildings ever getting destroyed.
Yeah.
They could still get involved in PvP in the evening, but they knew there was no risk to their structures as well. So they could come back from work, get on, do some resource gathering, have some fisticuffs if they want to, while all the time their construction is always going to be there. It's never going. They're not going to like log on after work and everything's been fucking destroyed and stolen. By the way, it has now, because your server got turned to PvP.
Yeah.
So the fucking forums went mental.
I'm not surprised.
Mental. Everybody was going mental at Conan. And rightfully so. Because number one, who the fuck are you? We've just paid money to play this game. Who the fuck are you to make this arbitrary decision? And their response to that was, we've been looking at the data. We've been looking at the data, and PvE conflict servers are less popular than PvP servers. The game released 30 fucking hours prior. You're looking at 30 hours data and making an arbitrary decision based off that. And bearing in mind, of course, that the majority of PvE conflict players will be at work during work hours because they work doing work. And needless to say, in the evening, the servers got jam-packed. Now, I couldn't fucking log on. You know, I had people in my clan trying to log on that couldn't because the server was packed. Same throughout the whole of the evening. Couldn't get on. Packed. I logged off for a bit at like 1 o'clock in the morning to eat. Or 11 o'clock in the night to eat. And after I'd eaten and came back to log back on, I was lucky to get back in. There was like 37 out of 40 people on the server. I was lucky to sneak back in. They were packed during social time, you know, and they were like, even in the afternoon when people are at work, there was still 3/4 of the server full, if not more. So this decision by Funcom to remove PvE conflict servers is fucking unreal. It just pisses all over the community. It's literally saying, we created PvE servers, PvP servers, and PvE conflict servers, and this portion of our community here, fuck off. Just massive middle finger. Oh, there's more demand. We might get more people buying the game. So we've got your money, so you can fuck off now. We want their money. We've got yours. Which is exactly how it felt like. So the forums go ballistic. Twitter's going fucking mental with them. Rightfully so, because this is the cuntiest move a company can do. Is just completely fuck off a portion of the community to try and ram some other people in. Even though there are reports of like empty PvP servers. But that's not by the by. So, I go, that's it, I'm done. Fuck Conan, fuck them, I'm done. I'm sick and tired of their bullshit. You know, I went through a lot of bullshit in early access that I have kind of like forgiven and tried to forgive for release date, so we can start on a fresh thing. Now, the first thing they do is just middle finger a massive portion of their community.
They didn't even take you out for dinner first.
Didn't even wine, dine, buy me flowers or chocolates. I'm a fat boy, I like chocolates.
Who doesn't?
And yeah, they just absolutely fucked us up. So this is the kicker. Today, the next fucking day, because this is actually Thursday, as you know. We record on a Thursday. The next fucking day. The day after, on the Thursday, the day after they fucked up all the PvE conflict servers to PvP, they go, oh, we've listened to our community, and we hear what you're saying, It's like listening to fucking EA's marketing department. and we are going to bring PvE conflict servers back, and we're going to have them up before the weekend. So in the space of 48 fucking hours, they have fucked off a portion of the community and then 180'd on that decision as well. Because they didn't think things through! Absolutely moronic management by a bunch of morons. Just ridiculous. Absolutely stupefyingly ridiculous. But, of course, if I want to go onto one of these new PvE conflict servers which are opening up before the weekend, have to start from scratch again.
And then you're always going to have that fear, are they going to do it again? What's the point?
If they can if they can do it once, they can do it again. If they can just arbitrarily fuck you over, they can arbitrarily fuck you over anytime they see fit. So
Fool me once.
So are we meant to be like, oh, well done, Funcom? No, fuck you, Funcom. Fuck you, Conan Exiles. Fuck your attitude. Fuck the way that you treat your community. And when people realise how bad PvP really is, and you have hundreds of empty PvP servers, enjoy a dead game. So mind-blowingly dumb. Anyway.
And breathe.
God, it feels so good.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, it feels good. A little bit aroused right now.
Oh, baby.
But in all seriousness, dude, it's ridiculous.
I've got the community manager's post that he put on the forums up here, and every time I read it, I just think, why? Just why? Seriously,
it's just short-term thinking. It's short-term thinking, and it's ill-thought-out short-term thinking, which is even worse. All they had to do was wait.
Yeah.
A few days. See how things are going.
Patience is key.
They couldn't. They made a decision based off 30 hours of metrics, and didn't have the foresight to realize who PvE conflict was actually on a whole appealing to, which is working professionals. People who are fucking working a normal work hour day, 9 to 5. This is the perfect thing for them. People like me who just want to build, we actually make up a much, much smaller amount of people who are likely playing on PvE conflict servers. This is mainly for people who are working.
Yeah.
Absolutely mind-numbingly stupid.
And that is one of the main reasons why I don't actually play those type of games, because I want to. If I build something, I don't like you said. You don't want to log on and find it be destroyed. But if there's a chance to do PvP at a later date, then perfect. But you see that, and it's just like, where's the next bus?
Yeah. We've got to go through this next section pretty quick. But it's okay, because this is a little bit of old news. But because we've just started the podcast, this is a bit of news going back to the middle of April.
If you live under a rock like me, you probably haven't heard about it. Until you look it up.
Don't worry about it. I think this bloomed and died so quickly. I think there's probably a lot of people who haven't heard about it. So we want to briefly end on a high note. High in terms of we're going to be probably pissing ourselves laughing. Bully Hunters. Bully Hunters. Bully Hunters.
Now, when this first cropped up on my Twitter feed, I just thought it was a joke. I never bothered looking into it.
I thought it was Brass Eye. Like Brass Eye in the UK. We have this show called Brass Eye. I thought it was a fucking Brass Eye thing.
Yeah.
That was a piss take.
I just thought it was one of the memes that I missed.
Yeah, I thought, oh my god, this is the best comedy I've ever fucking seen. And I'm like, no, mate, this is legit. No, this is comedy. No, this is. They are actually doing this. So, if you don't know, I'll give you a little bit of background, and then I'll let you go, Zerg. If you haven't heard, and there's a good chance you may not have, Bully Hunters was a thing set up to try and combat bullying and harassment against female players. I think specifically, to start with at least, in CS:GO.
It was only CS:GO.
Yeah, well, I think the plan was to expand, but considering it died 24 hours later, it ain't gonna happen. Spoilers. So what the plan of action was you would be a female in playing CS:GO. I do the thing not because of females playing games. I do that because we've got to pretend we're women.
Yeah.
You're a female playing CS:GO, and somebody over the microphone starts saying horrendous stuff. You know, I want to do this to you, that to you. You're horror. You know, you're this, you're that, you're the other stuff. Which, in all seriousness, disgusting stuff.
Unpleasant.
Shouldn't say.
Very unpleasant stuff.
Shouldn't say. What would happen? This is the concept, according to bullying.
I've got it written down here. What
would happen then is this person who's being bullied would then, because they've linked their Steam account to Bully Hunters, would then log on to their Bully Hunter thing, say, "Hey, I am in CS:GO and I'm being bullied." A Bully Hunter, who is an elite CS:GO female player. It's all females. This ain't a go at females, by the way, but I'm just making sure you're all aware. It's all females. An elite female player would then enter that person's game and track down and kill the Bully Hunter.
That's it. That is it.
Now, would you like to say anything before I go wild on this one?
I would love to say a lot of stuff about this, to be honest, because this is schoolyard pettiness. This is I'm going to go
minutes,
get. I am okay. 10 minutes, right? I can try to get as much as I can in 10 minutes. This is schoolyard pettiness. This is I'm going to go get my bigger friend to come beat you up because you upset me, right? This is how low it goes. This is like 4 or 5-year-olds do this kind of thing. In fact, actually, I think my nephew, who is 5, has a better concept of bullying and how to deal with it than what this does.
All right.
This does.
Let me ask you a question. Right? If you are a piece of shit on the internet who talks to women horrendously, I want to rape you. I want to do all these horrible, disgusting things.
Yeah.
Right? And somebody gangs up to kill them. Do you think they're just going to turn around and go, okay, I've learnt my lesson now?
But this is the thing. Right?
Or do you think they're going to turn into a bigger fucking arsehole and come back at them again and again and again and again and again?
Right. Of course they're going to do that. They're just like, oh, you killed me. Hold on a second. That's in the boundaries of the game, because that's what CS:GO is, isn't it?
All day, every day!
Yeah. So someone coming in to...
How's he going to know how's he going to care?
Yeah, he's not going to care just because somebody has the name Bully Hunter in their name.
I take that back. They do know because the Bully Hunter leaves a calling card saying... They do.
You have been...
Harassment is not fun or some shit.
Yeah.
Bullyhunters.org. By the way, if you go to bullyhunters.org right now,
doesn't exist.
Ain't going nowhere.
It's gone.
Going nowhere.
Right. So here's I'm gonna throw this into the grind to gear, whoever it is. How did they think this was ever going to work in the first place? Because when you join a game of CS:GO, whether you are on a friends list or not, now I've played a bit of CS:GO myself in the past, and sometimes when I've joined friends games, I'm on the opposite team. So how does the bully kill their teammate?
Well,
there is friendly fire, isn't there? If I remember rightly.
I don't know. I don't play CS:GO.
But either way, they are disrupting the game themselves. Therefore, breaking the T's and C's of the game. Therefore, can be banned.
To be honest with you, dude, I think that's the least of the fucking problems.
I'm just saying, like you're trying to do something good here.
Why the fuck would you share your Steam details with a fucking group like this. Number one. Number two, as far as I'm aware, there's a lot of moving around. There's a lot of players going around in CSGO. How the fuck does a bully hunter know who the fuck they're after?
Yeah,
they're just
that is it.
They're just going to see people coming willy-nilly, going in a corridor. Do they just like, wait, I'm not going to shoot you yet. I just need to check it. You're the one I'm after. He's just going to be shooting everyone. Everyone who comes across you is just going to be shooting.
And the thing is, right, the hunter has no idea of the context of what even happened in the first place. So if the person was provoked said bully into doing it, and then goes, "Oh, I'm going to get this person to come bully,"
well,
then
yeah, sure, it's certainly up for abuse. But I mean, look, two wrongs don't make a right. First of all, how on earth does doing this make right? How does it defeat bullying?
It doesn't.
Doesn't the bully hunter become the bully? Because the bully hunter, who is the elite player, is now going to hunt down this person, therefore becoming the bully.
Yeah.
Because their sole goal is just to kill this person. So so you got person being bullied. The bully gets done. Then now they're the bully. Now the fucking bully hunter is the bully.
Yeah.
So that in itself is completely fucking fuckery. Anyway, this company managed to get like sponsorship deals. They're trying to flog fucking headsets from like reputable headset companies. This just looked like one massive fucking scam. On top of that, everything that they showed was staged. It wasn't real. No. They were showing they were pretending it was real, and but they weren't saying at any point, as far as we're in the stream, this is a simulation of what we're attempting to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole simulation was bollocks anyway, and the whole mindset was completely fucked up as well. Because it was just like, our way of defeating bullying is becoming a bully. And how does killing the bully get rid of the bullying anyway? Is that person going to log on the next day and go, well, I got killed in a game where I just shoot people and get killed all day, every day. And because I got killed yesterday by a bully hunter, I've learned my lesson. Fuck out of here!
If anything, they've ruined their KD ratio. If anything.
Fucking ridiculous. Needless to say, and I'm not even talking about the terrible presenting, the stupid psychologists and all those fucking idiots that run the show. I'm not even talking about that, you know. I'm talking about the actual concept of it. Anyway, within after the show, the sponsors all pulled out, and within 24 hours, bully hunters shut themselves down. So bully hunters, I was gonna do some sort of lamentation, but just fuck off. You know, ridiculous stuff. Right, we're gonna have to call it there, Zerg. We've gone way over schedule again. Got to leave it longer than last week.
We're like two old gents with a cup of tea, just no tea.
So thank you everyone stopping by for watching. Zerg, say goodbye.
Say goodbye, Zerg.
And we'll be back next week with AZCast number 3. Until then, take care. Bye for now.
Take care.